Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you hear this message, I pray that you are poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. If you've been following my work over the last few years, you probably have noticed those times wherein I have been deliberately, probing and evoking responses from the community around what we know and how we know what we know. And even further, trying to get some sense of how we're evaluating what we know, right? How we're determining the importance of what we know. So for example, ever so often I'll pose a question. What's more important when you're conducting a ritual? What's more important? Is it more important that you have reliable ritual hardware? Is it your ritual efficacy, like you're actually following a specific kind of a protocol and you're doing it the right way? Or is your intention the most important? Right? That's a question that I've asked several times across different platforms, and I try to take in some idea of what the meaning of the responses are, right? This isn't, hardcore scholarship by any stretch, but it just gives me a kind of a sense of where we're coming from, And in that instance, I have consistently found that the overwhelming majority of our people believe that their intention is more important than hardware. So if you have the right intentions, but you don't have the right equipment, we believe that we're going to get the desired outcomes. We believe that our intentions are more important than following a specific kind of a ritual protocol. So if you got the right intentions, even if you do it the wrong way, you're going to get the desired outcome. Okay. And so this is a consistent trend when I ask this question. Another question that I've asked several times over the years on different platforms are things like, what's more important, having a system or having sincere belief, strong belief, right? What's more important? Overwhelmingly, people have much more confidence in their belief than they have in a system. When it comes to cultivating spiritual power, our people overwhelmingly, I mean, like in both of these categories, it's like 84% of the people believe that their beliefs, their feelings are more powerful than the system, right? And so on and on, there have been a variety of questions I've asked around this or along these lines, trying to get a sense of where people are coming from. And one of the areas wherein our beliefs, our confidence, I should say, in our beliefs and our reliance upon feelings is most pronounced is when you start coming to the subject of witchcraft. And I love the subject of witchcraft because what I have discovered in the conversation is that the way we approach witchcraft is a really strong indicator of how we are participating in Orisha lifestyle overall. And what I mean by that is this. When it comes to witchcraft, and I'm talking about Awon, Iyami, Osoronga, and things of however else you may term it. In the Yoruba context, we're talking about witchcraft as it is defined by the Yoruba people who practice Orisha, right? People have, by my estimation, the least amount of actual knowledge have the least amount of actual contact, right, with the phenomena or the practice, but have the strongest kind of an emotional connection, and the most, you know, intense beliefs, right? So it's interesting that people believe strongly and they feel strongly about the subject, but they have the least amount of actual knowledge on the subject and actual contact with the subject. And I think that's really fascinating, really, really fascinating. And it creates a superb opportunity for us to really learn, right? To really and truly explore the realities of witchcraft within Orisha lifestyle and juxtapose those realities against our beliefs and our ideas about witchcraft, and create these opportunities for us to examine, like, where am I getting these ideas? What is the root of my feelings about witchcraft? And how well do they match up with the reality of witchcraft as it is understood and as it is actually practiced in West Africa today, right? And so it's that intent and with that spirit that I have been working on my most recent project, which is Shadow Mothers. And this is a comprehensive book that takes a multifaceted look at Awon, Iyami, Osoronga. And I am taking it on, I think, from more angles than I've ever seen in one place. And I'm providing more actual, Oduifa, as well as firsthand accounts from psychologists who are studying witchcraft from a psychological perspective in Yoruba land, specifically from Ifa priests, of excellent repute, who have firsthand experience with the phenomenon. And I go through all of the hot topics, or most of the hot topics surrounding witchcraft, from a legitimate theological perspective. So it's not based on opinion or this idea or that idea or suppose this or that. I'm really looking at the subject from as much of a practical and realistic perspective as is possible, without actually being a member of the society, myself. And that is one of the true keys, because within the practice of witchcraft in Yoruba land, one of the reasons why it remains such a, not even a gray area, it's just a black hole, is because nobody who's inside can tell, right? And so within the book, I've got some great content, because there are people who were, formerly in, who are out, and then they're telling their story. And so it's crucial. It's crucial. I think as a reality check for us to examine, what are we actually doing in this tradition? Are we practicing a tradition based on our own ideas, based on our own feelings, based on our own imaginings? Or are we in the tradition and we're practicing it based on the actual theological, ritual, ceremonial basis, or in reality of Orisha lifestyle? So I'm gonna share a link in the descriptions section below. I want to invite you to click on that link, and there's a free ebook that I want to share a couple of angles on the subject, things that are going to be exposed more fully in the book. And you drop me your email, and it'll create an opportunity for you to get updates on the book before it is released. So you get an opportunity to pre-order the book or order the book before it hits the general public. But either way, I'm really intending to just continue the conversation and deepen our understanding and create a more well-defined shared language around the subject of witchcraft, as well as other implications of Orisha lifestyle as we go forward and we grow as a community in the practice. So I look forward to engaging with you, and yeah, enjoy. Give me some feedback on the ebook. I'll talk to you soon. Wadabo.